Hey everybody, it's Althea here, and today I'm going to talk about the Sendai Loople Bus, which is a hop on and off tour bus that lets you see lots of the famous sites here in Sendai City. In this video, I will be covering some basic information that you'll need to know about the Sendai Loople Bus, as well as all of the spots that my friends and I have covered in one day. First off, in order to get to the bus stop, you'll need to take the west exit on the second floor of Sendai Station, take the first right, and then take the stairs to the left, which will lead you to bus stop number 16, which is where the Sendai Loople Bus stops by. You'll be getting on the bus in the middle and exiting the bus, as well as paying your fees in the front. The route will look something like this, where the bus stops at 14 different stops and back at Sendai Station. Loople buses usually run every day of the year from 9 a.m. to around 4 p.m. We bought one-day passes for 630 yen each, which can be used for the entire duration of the day that it was bought. One cool feature about the Sendai Loople Bus is that you could sign up for free Wi-Fi using the QR code on the pamphlet given to you after you buy your ticket. The Wi-Fi can be used on Sendai Loople buses, as well as any other place that has this sticker with the cute rice samurai character. The first spot that we chose to visit for the day is the Zuihoden Mausoleum, which is the fourth spot of the Loople Sendai bus. After getting off, the way to Zuihoden will be to your left. It'll take approximately 5 to 10 minutes to walk from the Loople bus stop to the Zuihoden entrance area. The Zuihoden was where Date Masamune, a famous daimyo samurai and the founder of Sendai, was buried. You'll be hearing a lot of Date Masamune's name in this video. And while we're at it, did you know that George Lucas, the creator of Star Wars, was inspired by Date Masamune when designing Darth Vader's helmet? The appearances of both helmets are shockingly similar. It's insane. Now that we got our facts out of the way, the first spot that we visited before heading straight to the Zuihoden area is the Zuihoji Temple, which is a couple minutes away from the bus stop by foot. As we approached the building, we were surrounded by massive amounts of trees that engulfed all the buildings. Personally, I'd recommend it, especially for those that appreciate the combined beauty of nature and classic buildings working together to create such a masterpiece for tourists, sightseers, and visitors alike. And now, a moment of silence for you to enjoy the view. After visiting that area, we walked up these stairs in order to get to the Zuihoden area. The walk from Zuihoji Temple to Zuihoden wasn't that bad. The stair steps themselves weren't too high. You get to appreciate even more beauty from the trees that you walk past, and it barely takes 5 minutes to walk. Once you arrive, the Zuihoden entrance area will look something like this. In order to see the Zuihoden Mausoleum itself, you will need to enter this gate, which requires you to pay for a ticket in order to enter. Because I had the one-day pass with me, I was able to get a small discount for my Zuihoden ticket. After that very short walk on the stairs that you just watched, these gates finally welcome me to the Zuihoden Mausoleum in person. Although it does not look like much to visit at first, it is a very stunning, very beautiful building with lots of important Sendai history hidden inside. I totally recommend giving this a visit at least once. If you would like to make the best of this stop, I totally recommend checking out the other mausoleums where Date Masamune's family and relatives have been buried, such as the Kansenden, which is where my friends and I have visited after Zuihoden. The second spot that we chose to visit that day is the Sendai City Museum. It is roughly 15 minutes of a bus ride from the Loople stop at Zuihoden, and you will get off at bus stop number 5. You'll also have to pay in order to enter the Sendai City Museum, but they also offer discounts if you have your one-day Loople Pass with you. The discount applies for both regular visits and special exhibition visits. We took the regular visit for today, which was split into 6 different sections. One cool thing about Sendai City Museum is that they offer lots of real artifacts that you could touch with your bare hands, such as this bowl made from thousands of years ago, and even these real pieces of armor. Looks like these are pieces of armor that are used to protect the chest of a samurai. One part we really liked about the Sendai City Museum is the early Sendai section, which displays artifacts from about 13,000 years ago. When one thinks of Japanese history, things like samurai, Tokugawa shogunate, the Meiji periods, and the Edo periods, and so on first come to mind. So it was really fascinating to see all these pottery and artifacts made from millenniums ago for a change. The Sendai Castle section was another part of the Sendai City Museum that I really enjoyed looking at. In this part of the museum, we saw even more pottery that was made as early as the 16th century. Since this part of the museum focuses more closely on the time period of Date Masamune, there are more artifacts such as this self-portrait that are much more related to him. One of my favorite things to see in the museum were the dioramas. This diorama that portrays what Sendai City was like several centuries ago was incredible to look at. What blew my mind is not only did they show the buildings, but they also showed other geographical features such as rivers, trees, and even mountains with actual elevation levels to make seeing this a lot more real. We ended our visit to the museum with this lovely gallery of old photographs from the 20th century. Along with these photographs are buttons that, once pushed, people can listen to what life was like in Sendai back then. We also saw this little gift shop, which sold stuff at fairly thirsty prices, but it was worth checking out the cute stuff there. The third spot that we chose to visit for today with the Loople Bus is the Sendai Castle site. This site is roughly 5 minutes away from the Sendai City Museum at bus stop number 6. If you got off from the Loople Bus at this stop, the area surrounding it looks something like this. However, if you're like me and my friends and enjoy walking, you can also walk from the Sendai City Museum to the site for 15 minutes and follow the signs to site of Sendai Castle Honmaru. Personally, I'd recommend checking out the Sendai Castle site if you want a lot to see in a small area, while at the same time not walking for long distances. Sadly, the castle itself is no longer with us, but you could check out the remains of where the castle used to be positioned before. Another thing to see here is this lovely view of the entire Sendai city from up high. And of course, you get to take a picture with the famous Date Masamune statue. The second to last stop that we visited for today is the Sankyosawa water power plant, coming in at bus stop number 10. The water power plant is about less than 5 minutes by foot. It might not look like much to visit at first, but it's very fascinating to know that it's the first hydroelectric site in Japan, starting in 1910. The last spot that we visited for today is the Osaki Hachimangu Shrine, coming in at bus stop number 11. When you get off from the Loople bus stop, you will be greeted by this tall torii gate. Just like Suihoden, the shrine takes about 5 minutes to get to by foot from its respective bus stop. After walking through all these stairs and lanterns, you'll finally be greeted with the Osaki Hachimangu Shrine itself. Some fun facts that make this shrine recognized as a national treasure are 1. It was built in 1607 by Date Masamune himself, and 2. It is the oldest shrine built in an architectural style called the Gongen Zukuri style. Overall, I'd recommend checking it out at least once. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed that, please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button and hit the bell so that you don't miss out on any notifications on new videos and updates. Please comment down below if you have any recommendations for me to visit next. Peace!